Let's begin with Payroll Payroll. Once you create a company on Payroll Payroll, you can run weekly, fortnightly, and monthly employees. Our starting point is under Setup Company Parameters. This is where you're going to go set up your company details, your telephone number, your contact person. Under Statutory is where you're going to go and add your PAYE, your UIF, your STL, your VAT number, and your trade classification. Also, if you belong to an industrial council, you'll be able to choose which industrial council you belong to. The next thing we're going to do is go have a look at what's available under the Edit menu. Employee profile, employee master file, cost centers, job codes, pay points, departments, occupation list, skills and equity, industrial council. So our starting point, if you want to print reports via cost codes, job codes, pay points, you have to go set up those first. So have a look at cost centers, at the code and a description, and you click on OK. If we look at occupation list, what occupations, just type in a name and you go OK. Now say for example, we've got weekly and we've got monthly employees. We've got 20 weekly employees and we've got 10 monthly employees. What I would do, I would set up an employee profile and link each employee to a profile. What a profile does, it allows you to put the default transactions or default information which belongs to each employee. Once you link an employee to a profile, it will not be necessary to go insert all his default information. Okay, so let's have a look. So you'll see I've got 3 employee profiles, monthly, weekly, and fortnightly. Let's look at the monthly profile. What happens on the monthly profile is you'll have to say if the employee is monthly, he can pay by check, bank, or cash, and his tax method, and whether he's permanent or temporary, which pay point he belong to, which cost center he is involved with, and his job code. Then under the transaction tab, you could add in the default transactions which each employee will have. Anything specific to an employee, you'll go add manually on their payslip. Under the leave tab, you'll put the leave entitled, what leave they're entitled to, annual leave, sick leave, unpaid leave, family responsibility leave, and a number of days. Under the working days, you're going to put in the hours per day, hours per week, and days per month. You click on save. So let's show you how the profile works. If you go edit employee master file, you set up an employee code, title, and here on the right, you choose which profile they belong to. If they're monthly, weekly, or fortnightly. So we've got a monthly employee here. Surname, name, nickname. Under the details, start date, date of birth, passport number, if required, marital status, dependents. Then you have a address tab with all the addresses, which are compulsory field for SARS. Contact details. If you're going to email the payslips, you go put in an email address over here. By default, payroll uses the employee's ID number as the password for the payslip. And here you're going to say whether they will appear on employment self-service. Okay. Under the payment tab, any information that we entered under the profile will now be pulled through. It'll say his tax on average method, it'll be check, but you'll still be able to change it if someone gets paid by bank transfer, what pay point he is, what job cost center belongs to, what job code he is, which department, and his occupation. You can also go and add who he reports to. Here on the right, you're going to put in his bank details. Under the tax tab, you're going to enter whether his tax number and which tax office he belongs to. Under the leave tab, if you're capturing data for the first time, you have to go and insert his opening balance and it'll pull through the entitlement from the profile. Under the statute tab, you're going to go say whether they're active on the UIF. If not, you have to specify a reason. Under medical aid, you'll have to specify the number of dependents on the medical aid. What will happen is someone's on the medical aid, Payroll automatically add in the medical aid transactions 8090, 9090, and the medical aid fringe benefit. If an employee is entitled to ETI, employment tax incentives, you'll be allowed to go and change that information there. So let's go and have a look at the payslip itself. Process, payslips. Once you create all the employees, you're able to select the employee from your magnifying glass. Let's have a look at this employee. What happens is you've got a default income, deductions, benefits, contribution, and leave tab. Under the default tab, all the transactions which you entered under the employee profile will appear here. Then from here, what Payroll does, it takes each transaction and puts it under the relevant tab where it belongs to. A basic salary will appear under the income tab. PAYE, UIF will appear under the deductions tab. And any benefits you have will appear there. And company contributions, UIF, STL will appear over there. And if an employee takes leave, it gets entered on this screen. The default tab is what an employee should have every month on his payslip. If there's a change, say he gets a bonus for this month, you don't add it to the default tab, otherwise it will pull through next month, every month thereafter. You just can change it under the income tab. So you go to income and you find annual bonus transaction. Here we go, he's got annual bonus and say he's going to get 5,000 bonus. Now next month, this transaction will not appear on his payslip because we've only gone and added for this month to the income tab. Once you're happy with your payslip, you click on save, and from there you can go and preview your payslip. And that's what the payslip will look like. Okay, it is possible to get the company contributions and benefits to print on the payslip. Mine is not set up to do that at the moment. At the bottom, you'll see total deductions, net pay, leave days due, other leave. Once you've done once you're happy with your payroll, the information will not pull through to the reports until you've done what they call a payroll run. Okay, to do that, you're going to go process, payroll run, next. I'm not going to print the payslips, so I'm going to say perform the final calculation without printing the payslips, filter, and I'm going to choose my monthly employees only. Next, and process. Okay, now you'll see, if I go back to my payslips, everything is grayed out. I cannot make changes to my payslip once I've done a payroll run. If you do find a mistake, what you can do, you go into the visual payslip and you click on clear run flags. What this will do, it will allow you to go make changes to your payslip and correct whatever mistakes there are. And then all you do again is go payroll run, and it'll gray everything out. Okay, just cancel that. There we go. You'll see this now, payslip is complete. From there, you can go print your payroll reports. Look at the pay reconciliation. Let's choose monthly screen and whichever month you want. Show details. Let's go okay. Okay, and there's the employee's payslip. There's the 2 monthly employees, and on the last page, it will show you a summary for all the monthly employees. Now, if we go back to view payroll reports, you can also go print what they call a monthly analysis, which is a very good report to have a look at. Let's go look at monthly screen, from which code to which code, for how many months. So you can say we want for 7 months, show details, and it'll give you the information for 7 months for that employee, all the employees. And on the last page again, it will give you a summary total. There are various reports available in payroll. There's a leave report. Okay, I have nothing on my one. Then under view statute report, this is where you're going to go able to print your UIF return. Let's just choose to all employees, screen, and there is your UIF return available. That can also be done electronically. If you go view payroll report, UIF, electronic declaration, it will create the file which will allow going to your email and an email off to the UIF for you. If we look at the EMP 201, there's your monthly declaration, and there I'll tell you gross PAYE, if you had any ETI, net PAYE, STL, and UIF, and a total they paid to source. Under the view menu, back to EMP 201, if you want details of the 201, this report will show you the details per employee. And then on the last page again, you will have a summary. Payroll also has a facility to generate your RP5s. So what you need to then do is, first thing is to print your exception report and make sure there are no exceptions on your payroll. There's my exceptions because I don't have all my company information in. Once this is cleared, you'll be able to go into view statute reports, generate electronic certificates, and import into easy file. Payroll also has a facility to allow you to set up your skills and equity per employee and generate reports from that. Once you're complete with your payroll, you cannot continue with your next month unless you do what they call a pay period update. I advise a payroll period update only be done once you're ready to do your next month's salary.